Hey everybody, welcome back to GWN. I'm Nock, your host. Today we're talking about base designs, and specifically I'm going to go through the base designs that I'm running, and you'll get to see everything on the screen, hidden Teslas and mines and mega mines and spring traps and push traps galore, and feel free to copy them if you think they might help you. I run these bases at different levels. Just about all of them are different, although this is my favorite base, and I am running this one on 3 of my games. Right now it's on Kuss von Nacht and Noctair, as well as Noctair, my flagship game. It's an asymmetrical base, and I really like this one. Mac from Divergent Void is the one who gave it to me, and I went with this version of it that has the Tesla farm in the middle because I've really found that the bane of my existence when I'm doing cannon cart and giant attacks, it's just without a doubt it is the Mega Tesla and the giant cannon. Those two are the things that destroy my attacks more than anything else. So having a Tesla farm in the middle really ramps up the center of this base, and you've got to get to the middle no matter how you attack it, and to get there you've got to go through some high hit point defenses, resources, and then of course the defenses. You've got the roaster is here, and that giant cannon, while you're trying to work your way up and getting zapped by the Mega Tesla and Teslas, you're going to get hit by the giant cannon. So I really like this base design. I'm running it from about 4,700 all the way up to 51, 5,200. Right now, the Noctair game, my flagship game, is at 5,010. So lots of good to say about that. Let's take another jump to another one of the bases. We'll take a look at. Let's go to the lower level bases. Naid Kosanta, 4,115 trophies. Now this type of base, and I'm going to close this out by jumping over to the Noctair game and showing you all 3 of the bases I run over there. This kind of base in its basic design is what I run on all my lower level games, whether it's a 3,000, a 3,500, a 3,800, a 4,000. I prefer to run this kind of base. We still have the strong hub, and you can line it all up. You got Teslas, and you've got the crushers, and of course multi-mortar, and all these different things more or less centralized. The only difference in this particular design is I'm protecting against air from the north with the Mega Tesla and the air bombs, and of course a Mega Mine set to air. So run this one, doing pretty well with that. Let's move on. Cyberon. We've got a sidewinder base here. It's a little more elongated than some of the other versions of it. Same basic concept, strong central hub, multiple points of ingress to prevent ground troops from coming in the way they want to. You've got the shroud across the left side of it so that wall breakers or bombers rather can't get in quite so easily, and a variety of high hit point structures scattered around the periphery to slow troops down as they're coming in. Same general design, if you will, as I use on many of my bases. Taking a look at Phoenix Abyss. Here you can see one similar to the other low-level base, 4,075 trophies. A little bit different in that there's more openings on this. So this base is designed really to deal with ground troops more so than air troops. Now it has the ability to deal with air. You can see I've got those 2 Mega Mines set to air, for example. And of course, you've got the roaster and the air bombs and the Mega Tesla all set up in ways, and for that matter, that one hidden Tesla at the top, to set up to deal with inbound air troops. But this is really more focused on ground troops because it disrupts the pathing. You can't come in the way you want to come in with this base unless you use bombers. And even if you're using bombers, there's still all kinds of additional pathing built into it that's going to slow you down and take you in directions you just don't want to go. So that's the design of that one. Take a look at another one, Z for Verteidigung. It's that same sidewinder base, but with a few differences. Now this one, I like this base. This came to me on the Oz Builders group. Who was running this one? Was it? I think it was Moist Succulent that gave me this one. It works really well, and you'll see it'll pop up periodically in some of the higher level games even. You've got a variety of walls and pathing in this base. It's, like I said, it's another sidewinder base with multiple openings to bring you in as ground troops with all kinds of, traps and mines and so forth to slow down your progression. If you come in from the right-hand side of this base, you're going to have to use bombers to break your way in. And the only attack that really seems to be working very well against this base right now is a maxed out Mitch. And not many people are doing that. Not many people even have maxed out witches, let alone using Mitch throughout this game. Straight up Night Witch attack doesn't work as well, and I like this base for a variety of levels. Now give me 1 minute here to switch over to the Nocturne game. Alright, and I'm back. So obviously I edited out all that time where I was switching between the games and everything. But here we are on my flagship game, Nocturne. You can see that I'm running that asymmetrical base here. Like I said, I got on 3 different games. Nocturne, and Kuss van Nacht, the KVN game there. Just works really, really, really well, especially with that centralized Tesla farm that just wreaks havoc with a lot of different players. But in addition to this, I have 2 other bases on here. The sidewinder that I played between 4,500 to roughly 4,800. I actually used it down in the lower 4,000s as well, because when we had season reset last season, this is the one I was running. Works really well. I've got that centralized Tesla farm again on this one. I really like the Tesla farm, guys. Like I said, it really helps out a lot with those cannon cart attacks. But as you can see, we've got a near max base here. I'm just working on the walls now. Everything else is max, so it's a pretty good, strong design. I think I ran this down around 4,100 on one of my level 7 defenders, and it did okay there as well. So it's not restricted just to upper level and maxed out bases. As you know, many of my bases are just a variety of different levels. I mean, I keep like a level 5 defender, a level 7 defender. I've got the level 8 defender I'm working on here. So I mean, it's a good solid mix that these bases are running on. And then last but not least, this is another version, the original version, if you will, of my low-level base that I run all through the 3000s and into the early 4100s. The purpose of this base: strong centralized hub, multiple points of ingress, disrupts the flow of ground troops, and if they run a camp of bombers, they can disrupt that pathing, but there's still additional pathing to deal with regardless. I keep that giant cannon down there to help deal with things as they're trying to sneak in from the bottom as well. So it's another really good base design that I like to use on some of my lower level games, especially those that have lower level defenses. So that's what I got for you guys today. Hope that you found a base in this mix that you can use. Like I said, feel free to copy, and hey, let me know how these work out for you. If you make a tweak that makes it work even better, drop me a line. I definitely want to hear about it. Comments down below, email nocturne@gmail.com. You can catch me on the forums too. I tend to get in there a few times a week. On that note, I'm going to get out of here and try to enjoy this holiday weekend here in the U.S. You all take care. Keep on clashing. Bye-bye.